today we're looking at the loops, so I'm now going to click on the loops tab. And as I said before, the loops are pre-configured loops. The majority of them are audio, so they're actual recorded material. But the difference between these and just sections of audio is that they're in a format which enables them to be added to a project, and they will automatically adjust to the speed of the project. So they've been recorded at a specific tempo, and that has been logged in the loops information, but they will adjust without you having to do anything. So this can be particularly useful if you're just getting set up, because you can just whack in a few loops quite quickly. Okay, so to give you an example of this, what I do, I'm just going to click on, you see here we have all the different instruments and different styles. I'm going to click on drums, all drums, and immediately that will bring up all the drums that are available, all the drum loops. And if I just drag this down, you'll see, so you've got things like funky Latin drums, electronic drum beat, hip hop beat, live edgy drums, modern rock drums, etc., etc. So quite a few there to make use of. You'll notice that some of them are blue, and then a few of them, most of them are blue, a few of them are green. That's the difference between if they're audio or they're MIDI. We'll come to that in a mo, but for now I'm just going to show you some of the audio ones. So if I select one, just by selecting it, clicking on it, it will play the loop, so I can get an idea to stop that, what it sounds like. And then if we look at the loop browser here, the different parameters, you'll see there's the name, obviously, the tempo. That was the original tempo it's recorded at, and it's the tempo that it will play back at when you select it. As I said before, they will adjust to your tempo, but it's worth checking this, because it will give you an idea of the sort of speed roughly that this was aimed at. If you play, say, a loop that was aimed at, say, one of these 90 or even slower, say 80, and you put it into a song at 140, it may sound good, it may well sound interesting, but it's unlikely to sound exactly as it was written or as it was intended to, because you're adjusting the speed, and the speed relates to the character. So it's worth bearing this in mind, and you may, as I say, get some interesting effects by using them inappropriately, but you may also find that it just doesn't work. So this one is 125, my song is at 120, so that's kind of in the ballpark. So it's probably going to work. This is 16 beats, and 16 beats is 4 bars, so that's 4 bars of 4 beats each. So that, I think, would work in this one. Match is 92%, which basically just means that this being 120 and it was written for 125, so it's 92% there, which I think is good enough. So what I do is I click on this, actually don't play it, I just click and hold down the mouse and then drag it over onto one of these audio tracks, and you see there it'll come up, and that just fits perfectly, although the speed is different. It's now adjusted, and actually I click on the song, because if I still have that loop selected, it's going to play if I press play, but if I now click on the region in the song, it comes up there in the sample editor down below, and I play. Okay, that's it again, in the sample editor I'll click here and play the song. We're now at 120, probably won't notice very much, but we're playing it a little bit slower.